KURINJI Senior Secondary School, CBSE, Namakkal.
Successful result producing school in state every year.
Administered by the Board of Directors with over 35 years of experience in the teaching field.
Special attention on art, craft, music, dance, silambam, yoga, skating and karate.
Focus on Hindi Sabha and Spell Bee Olympiad exams.
Smart class for effective and innovative learning and well-furnished library.
Solitary importance on sports and games in state and national level.
WhatsApp facilities to know activities of students and school inside the campus.
Free bus for LKG to 8th standard.
Free, hygienic and nutritious food.
NEET, JEE, IIT coaching experts from Rajasthan and Andhra Pradesh along with our effective teachers.
Admission registration for classes LKG to +2.
KURINJI Education Institution, Kavetipatti, Namakkal. Admission in progress. CBSE, KG to 12, contact 9025895176. Metric 6 to 12, contact 9344567484. For online admission, log on to www.kurinjischoolnkl.in.
Hi students, so now we are going to discuss inflorescence information. So in previous video, what is the information I have given? No, Racemose inflorescence with pedicellate flowers I have given. Now in this video, we are going to discuss Racemose inflorescence with sessile flowers. Means what is the difference is there? Means there pedicellate flowers we have seen. Means there for flowers no pedicel is present. The stalk of a flower is there. No, that one is present there. We have seen. Now in these videos, no pedicel is absent. Suppose if the pedicel is absent, so we will call it as a sessile. No, that information in Racemose inflorescence we are observing. Emma, now in this video exclusively we are going to discuss regarding Racemose inflorescence with sessile flowers. Sessile flowers means that particular flowers not having stalk, stalk, STILK. So come, let us have a look on this. Racemose inflorescence with sessile flowers. Now first one, so first side heading simple spike. One important point I said to forward. So this entire explanation, NEET examination point of view important. So for you there is no public examination, no. So here definitely chance is to ask even 1 or 2 questions from this explanation. So listen carefully. Now first side heading simple spike. There peduncle is unbranched. So when you will study about this simple, don't forget one point, definitely unbranched thing we will observe. Their peduncle is unbranched and produces bracteate sessile flowers.
Sure.
Produces bracteate means bracteate is present. Now sessile flowers means which one is absent? Stalk is absent. Sessile flowers are there, and the arrangement also is in acropetal arrangement. Acropetal arrangement means I said already so many times. So acropetal arrangement means older flowers at base and younger ones at top. Emma, so that is only now so same information only I am asking to remember. Emma, now in a simple spike peduncle is unbranched, produces bracteate and sessile flowers acropetally. Acropetally means you try to say along with me, older ones at base, younger ones at top. Generally flowers will be like that only, no. Acropetal arrangement. It is identical with the simple raceme. So why it is identical with the simple raceme? This one in simple raceme pedicellate flowers we have seen, but here just only sessile flowers we are observing. Remaining all points are same to same with the simple raceme. That's why simple spike resembles or is identical with the simple raceme. My point you understood. So one and only the difference in a simple sessile flowers means Racemose inflorescence with the sessile flowers. So pedicel is absent or stalk of flower is absent. There stalk is present. Where in a pedicellate flowers. So that is only main difference. Remaining all points are same. Next one, so that is only here they are giving, you see there, it is identical with the simple raceme, but flowers are sessile. So here that is only main difference. Best example where we can see this kind of inflorescence means Acheranthus, and one more is Amaranthus. Acheranthus means which one? Suppose if you go small forest or here and there, no, in a plants, a small group of plants, no, there. So some kind of small seed-like structures will come and bite to your, or will come and adjust or come and binds to your dresses. So did you see that kind of seed-like structures? So there, that kind of a plants, Aciranthus plants, and this one is Amaranthus, leafy vegetable, this one, Amaranthus. Okay, so Kira, so Amaranthus. So these two are best examples of simple spike. Now second one is compound spike, very very important. Now listen carefully. Compound spike peduncle is branched. Peduncle kandipa, peduncle is branched, grows indefinitely. Peduncle is branched and grows indefinitely. The branches produce bracteate sessile flowers acropetally. So here the definitely the branches or the flowers are sessile flowers, bracteate common point, and acropetal arrangement of flowers also is common. But in a compound, one point peduncle is branched, you have to remember. So next one in simple, peduncle is unbranched, you have to remember. Next one, this entire information we are learning under sessile flowers, definitely flowers are sessile. So this point, likewise all remaining all are common points only. Now these branches are known as where. So branched spike is present, means peduncle is branched, we don't know. All these branches we are calling as spikelets. Spikelets. The axis of each spikelet, each spikelet is known as rachilla. The axis of the spikelet is known as rachilla. Next one, the bracts developed on the rachilla is known as glooms. Diagrammatically I will explain, no worry. So what are the bracts develops on the rachilla? Rachilla is nothing but which one? Axis of spikelet we can be taken as rachilla. On the rachilla which one is present? Glooms are present, means bracts are present. These bracts only we are calling as glooms. Okay. Next one, basal glooms do not produce any kind of flowers. So do not produce flowers, they are known as sterile blooms. Suppose if the glooms produce or not produce, let us see first. Suppose if the glooms not produce any flowers, so such kind of bracts simply we will be calling as sterile glooms. Generally once you see there bracts, our subject point of view, in this occasion now we are calling as glooms. So there in the particular inflorescence, basal glooms means down. So down, what are the glooms? Diagrammatically you see there now. So sterile one. So sterile glooms means, sir, why sir these sterile or these bracts we are calling as sterile glooms, means this particular bract will not produce any kind of flowers. So suppose if the bract fails to produce flowers, means so such kind of bract we can be taken as sterile glooms. Suppose if the bract produce flowers, means so such kind of bract definitely we can be taken as lemma. Once you see that, so here small bract leaf like structure is, small line is there, this one we have termed it as sterile gloom. But here same leaf like structure right side you see. So this one we have given as one more name. This was small leaf like structure only we are calling as lemma. So means here what is the difference, sir? Here why we have taken, why we have given two names, sir, means so this particular gloom not produces any kind of flowers. Why? Because this is sterile one. So that's why this particular bract we have termed it as a sterile gloom, but same leaf like structure only we are calling as lemma. Why? Because in the axils of this leaf like structure, we have seen the presence of flower. That's why this one we have given as another name. Next one, on this structure, means here small line is there, on this line bracteoles are present. Bracteoles also, that is also small leaf like structure, green in color. So that particular reduced bracteoles of the flower we will be calling as palea. Once you see that small leaf like structure, exactly at spotlight. So this one here one important point, that is suppose here this entire one you can be considered as a flower, so here exactly at spotlight stalk is there, stalk. Stalk, STALK, stalk is there, that particular stalk, on this stalk, again small leaf like structure we are observing, that small leaf like structure now we will be calling as palea. Point you understood or not? Means one more time you see there diagrammatically, here one bract is there. This particular bract produces flower, this entire flower, that's why this particular bract we are calling as fertile, that one we are calling as lemma. On the stalk of a flower we are observing one more leaf like structure that we are calling as a palea. Actually, according to your mind's maturity point of view, so that definitely this is a small difficult concept only, but you try to understand. Suppose if you could not get this one, definitely I'll explain this one later. So now here what is the point? Now I am going to explain. Under compound spike, no, bracts are present. So these bracts here in this compound spike point of view we are calling as glooms. Suppose these glooms produce flowers, means lemma we will call. Suppose these glooms not produce any flowers, no, we are calling as sterile glooms. Next one, on the stalk of a flower small reduced bracteoles are present. These are all known as palea. Next one, if you see flowers, no, we will be knowing of calyx and corolla. We know very well now. Calyx and corolla, that is only colorful petals are present. The next one, green color. Do you know China rose there? Green color, which one? Calyx is present? No. Calyx members are known as sepals. So all these are all comes together and form perianthal lobes. These are perianthal lobes only. So in this particular occasion, means in compound spike we will be calling as lodicules. All these are all different names over there. For the first time you are listening, but this explanation now I am giving for 1 year NEET also, 1 year NEET concern also. That's why koncham depthly I am going to give, but you try to understand. So perianthal lobes are reduced. So these kind of structures we will be calling as lodicules. Next one, the stamens and gynoecium develop above the lodicules. Once you see there, so these are here small thorn like structures are there, no, lodicules. Just above the lodicules, inflorescence, means inflorescences or nothing but or reproductive structures are there. So here small round shaped structure is there, no, this one. So there which one is present? Gynoecium and stamens also are present. Means the stamens and gynoecium develops above the lodicules. So these structures are known as lodicules, and above the lodicules, no, we are observing the essential organs in reproduction. So that one konja difficult information. So sir, where we can see this kind of very difficult explanations or means very well known one, we will eat rice, no. So that family only. So this entire inflorescence is belongs to, or this entire inflorescence we can be see in Poaceae family. Poaceae family members, best examples, Oryza sativa, paddy, or simply we will call it as rice, no. Next one, Triticum yeastworm, wheat. Okay, thereby did you understand one point? So this one very important inflorescence in monocotyledons. Best examples are Oryza sativa, rice, and one more is Triticum yeastworm, wheat. So that is the information regarding which one? Compound spike. Now let us move on to the third one, that is catkin, CATKIN. Catkin. So it is a looks like how it is a spike like inflorescence. So again it is seems to be like a simple spike. So it is being like a first one, but peduncle is long, weak, and drooping. So here to draw one small diagram, here I don't have space, but diagrams are not required, but information point of view try to save in your mind. So this particular peduncle is long, weak, and drooping. Drooping means how it will be now, like inflorescence. How suppose if inflorescence weak means that will be reversed now. So this kind of inflorescence definitely where we can be seen. For example, once you see the example Casuarina, and one more is Acalypha indica. Acalypha indica, once I have given this explanation in phyllotaxy. So in phyllotaxy, this entire inflorescence, no, that will be present towards the soil. So means that will be present on the, or inflorescence present on the plant only, but towards the soil will be there. So for explanation it is very difficult, but once you see there, suppose while watching this video, suppose if you would like to see this catkin inflorescence, once you type in mobile, so thereby catkin inflorescence you will understand, so thereby you can start to see this. Now let me move forward. It is a spike like inflorescence, but peduncle is long, weak, and drooping. Next one, on this peduncle, many sessile unisexual flowers develops acropetally. So all the time acropetal comes. all the time acropetal word comes, so no need to remember very exactly. So sessile flowers definitely are present, unisexual flowers definitely are present, all these sessile flowers and unisexual flowers present acropetally. So this particular catkin inflorescence we are calling by one more name, amentum. Another names kandipa very important. So catkin inflorescence also known as amentum. So best examples are casuarina and one more is acalifa. Next one, simple Spadix inflorescence. So simple Spadix. So in this kind of inflorescence, no, peduncle is fleshy. Peduncle, fleshy peduncle is present, unbranched. Why it is unbranched? We are discussing this one under simple. When you will observe the simple, no, so there one important particular point you have to remember, that is unbranched. So thereby, so simple Spadix is unbranched and peduncle is fleshy and produce many sessile and bracteate unisexual flowers. You see there again acropetally, means in this racemose inflorescence, no, definitely flowers inflorescence or the flowers arrangement will be there in acropetally. Acropetally means old ones at base, younger ones at top. Later female flowers are at the base, definitely there. So thereby here what is the point here we can understand, no, there are two different types or three different types of flowers are present. Once you see there, female flowers present at the base and male flowers at apex. This particular point also important. Suppose they may ask what is that in comparison of male and female and one more neuter flowers are there, means how this arrangement will be there, means definitely female flowers will be at base and male flowers will be at apex. Sorry, female one at base, no, and male flowers at apex. Then middle yaar irukku sir, means once you see there in between male and female, no, there are neuter flowers, neuter, neuter flowers. Neuter flowers are present. Next one, the terminal part of the peduncle is flowerless. So here terminal part means here rumba up. So terminal part of the peduncle is flowerless. There male will not be there or female will not be there or neuter will not be there. Terminal, very edges. So that particular one we will be taking as appendix. Appendix. One more time, appendix. Next one of the bract is modified into leathery structure called spathe. So spathe means, suppose if you take which one, Cocos nucifera, coconut plants, if you see there, no, inflorescence is covered by spathe like structure, boat like structure, we will observe, no. So that was that kind of structure being like a how leathery structure, it will be very strong. That is information only. Now let us see. It covers the entire inflorescence. Which one? That is spathe like structure or the leathery spathe like structure. It covers the entire inflorescence. This inflorescence very common in Aroidae family members. This particular point also is important. In Aroidae family members, this kind of inflorescence we can be seen. So best example colocasia. So simple Spadix, best example colocasia. Colocasia. Next one, compound Spadix. Compound Spadix there. Compound means again what is the point we have to start? Fifth side heading, compound Spadix. The peduncle is a branch and don't forget compound, when you will read compound, no, don't forget one point, definitely peduncle is branched. Next one, on the branches many sessile unisexual flowers develop acropetally. So acropetal. Next one now here, very important point, female flowers are developed at the base and male flowers are present at the apex. So these kind of points definitely we need to remember in simple Spadix as well as compound Spadix. Now, so best example in compound Spadix, best example Cocos nucifera, coconut plant scientific name, Cocos nucifera, scientific name of coconut. So there the entire inflorescence covered by means of hard woody boat like a spathe. So here, so if you observe that coconut inflorescence, there hard and woody structure will be there, that will be seems to be like a boat like structure that covers the entire inflorescence. Do you know this one? Did you see this one before? So that inflorescence. Next one, in a musa, In musa means we know very well a banana plant. In a banana plant also one brown shaped structure, leathery spathe will be there now, which covers the entire inflorescence. That is also in a musa, each branch is covered by leathery spathe. Okay, leathery spathe. This entire inflorescence also is covered by a spathe. Okay, means each branch, each and every branch is covered by means of leathery spathe, as well as entire branch also is covered by spathe. Okay, so that one once you try to save in your mind. Next one, now sixth side heading, very very important, head inflorescence or capitulum or anthodium. One more time, head inflorescence or capitulum or anthodium. It is, now this is highly evolved. Don't forget, NEET examination point of view important. So in a comparison of in a racemose inflorescence, in sir, though there are so many different types are there now, in comparison of all types of racemose inflorescences, which one is a highly developed sir or highly evolved sir? Means head inflorescence is very developed one. Head inflorescence or capitulum or anthodium, highly evolved inflorescence among the racemose types, mainly seen in Asteraceae family members. So sunflower is there, no? Sunflower plant family, Asteraceae family members. Asteraceae family members consist of highly evolved inflorescence. In this inflorescence, peduncle is condensed into flattened disc-like structure. So means here in this kind of inflorescence, peduncle is flattened disc-like structure or a flattened disc-shaped structure is present. That one is acting as receptacle. So peduncle is a flattened condensed disc-like or disc-shaped structure known as peduncle. So many sessile flowers or many small sessile flowers, florets are closely arranged, very closely arranged on this receptacle in an acropetal manner. In a centripetal manner. So means very closely arranged. Which one? Very closely arranged florets are arranged in a centripetal manner. The entire inflorescence is covered and protected by a involucre of bracts. So here what is the information? Peduncle, if you see there, no, that peduncle is condensed peduncle. So that consists of so many number of florets. That particular condensed peduncle only we will be considering as receptacle. So on the receptacle many sessile flowers are present, and these sessile flowers also seems to be very small. So this particular point also is important. So many sessile small flowers are present. All these small sessile flowers we will be considering as florets, and these are all arranged very closely. And how the arrangement is on the receptacle is centripetal manner. Centripetal manner. Next one, the entire inflorescence is covered and protected by involucre of bracts. Involucre of bracts means the bracts all are comes together and form a protective like structure is nothing but involucre of bracts. Next one, the inflorescence contains two types of florets. Means here, now only we said no, there are many sessile florets are present, we see no. So there are different types of, means inflorescence consists of two types of florets. What are those? One is ray florets and one more is disc florets. One is ray florets and one more is disc florets. So here one point I have written. So disc florets are bisexual florets. Disc florets or bisexual means definitely ray florets are unisexual. So to write that point here I don't have a gap, but through my voice you can take that point. Ray florets are unisexual, whereas disc florets are bisexual. Don't forget this point. Next one, so seventh one is compound head. In compound head best examples are echinops and one more is speranthus. One more time, echinops and speranthus are best examples of compound head. Now there, what is the information? Again compound. Compound, by seeing the compound, what is the point we need to remember? Peduncle is branched. So that is only now I have written. So here the inflorescence is branched and each branch consists of simple head on it. So means, so peduncle is branch. Again on each and every branches, no, so again simple one. So for simple head where we have written, we didn't write anywhere, no, don't think like that. So simple head is nothing but head inflorescence. Head or capitulum or anthodium is nothing but simple head. This entire inflorescence definitely is present on the branches of compound head. Best examples are echinopsis and one more is spheranthus. Now in this particular video, no, what are the main important side headings we have discussed? Simple spike, compound spike. Next one catkin, simple spadix, compound spadix, head inflorescence, and one more is compound head. Likewise, we have seen different types of side headings. This entire explanation is definitely important for NEET examination point of view only. Okay, so prepare this entire explanation carefully. If you have any doubts, personally also you can ask me. Thank you.